What's up, YouTube? We got to realize that our bodies are our schools, we are our teachers, and we are our own students. So realize that the body is your school. You have to realize that the body is made of 102 minerals, which is 102 energies, which to some they would say 102 spirits. So if you're totally inhabiting your body, because again, energy is consciousness in physical form. So if all your energy is in one place, if you're all one, what people call alone, if you're all one like that and you're full, whole, complete, perfect like that, then you're in good spirits. Your school is full. You're full of lessons at that point. You have everything there. You don't need to be reminded of anything, because your source gave you everything you ever needed. You never needed anything of this earth. You're not of this earth. That's what homesickness is. You got to realize that's where it stems from. We're not from this earth. So any homesickness, we're sick of the place we are, because we've stuck ourselves here, and then we're homesick from our true origin, which is not of the earth. We need nothing of this earth. That's what we have to realize, that it's all an illusion. And the more we give into illusion, the more we give into delusion, and the more diluted we become, more fragmented, the more we become minions, pieces, because we got to realize that, again, the body is mainly water, ions. The body shatters into pieces. If it's fragmented, if you have a bunch of kids and you're in pieces now, like a Bob Marley who's in a bunch of pieces now, basically, but still here because energy can't die, then you see what's going on, how they're shredding us, how energy can't be killed, but it can be guided, and it can be not necessarily divided, but fragmented in a sense. And I'm basically just here to remind you of all the pieces of you that are in other dimensions. So if your liver's not totally up to par, you bring something into the body to remind the body itself of how to create a chemical. Whether it's milk thistle and you're trying to get similarin in your body so that your liver can heal itself, so that you can process life differently, metabolize life differently, and life can metabolize you. Because again, you don't get bored with life. Life gets bored with you. You're not interacting with it like you could or you did when you were high energy, when you had all your spirits in your house. Because the body is a temple. It is God in physical form, and it is the temple of God. It is so many things at once. It is a spaceship. It's all these things. It's whatever you want it to be. It's not what you want it to be. It's all that. So you got to realize that this is the temple of God, and it is God, or however you want to look at it, because energy is consciousness in physical form. So when it comes to masturbation, you got to look at it like this: masturbate. The master bait, baiting the master or the self into being physical, into being fleshly. The immortal gave in to being mortal because he wanted to experience life and death at the same time. This is what we got to realize too, as far as fallen angels and people being here trying to soul recovery and all that. Imagine if you're immortal and your immortal family or friends forgot they were immortal and became mortal, and you wanted to remind them. That's what this scenario is. This is a story of life. That's what life is right now. So you got to realize that. You got to realize it's just the manifestation machine known as the human being. You got to know where your fuel is. Is it fear fueling you? Because again, fear just comes from knowing you're exactly where you should be, and you're afraid that you know everything, and that you are equipped to handle what's in front of you, and you can't blame it on anyone else. So being vulnerable isn't being weak. Peace is strength. Being fearful is to act out of hate or to act out of compensation. So, but again, at the same time, hate is love in wicked form. We all hate. We all love to hate. And if you don't have a common ground of hate to hate from, because again, common ground, common goals, common sense. If you don't have a common ground of hate, you're probably gonna have a problem with people. So again, that's just how it goes. And it just got conflicting ultimate agendas is what it comes down to. And what do people make you daydream about? Because daydreams are desires or fears. So when you think of them, is it a desire or a fear? What are they manifesting in your reality as far as their influence goes? You got to realize that, you got to understand your power, and you got to stop rejecting yourself. Take yourself out on dates and stuff like that. What can you let go of today? That's really what life boils down to. What can you let go of today? And all your anger towards other people for drinking and smoking, you're not mad at them. You're mad that those things tempt you. That's what that's what you got to realize. And that's just, you got to realize there's no better or worse situation, just different, or supposedly different. It's like rearranging the furniture in your living room. It might feel like a new living room for a moment, but it's the same ingredients. you know, and you can change the table all you want, you know. Every 7 years, you're going to experience both sides of the table regardless. So that's what we just got to realize, you know, that we are immortal energy, and that heaven and hell are neighbors, and that the body is basically the property line of those.